Now, bringing you the very best in New Hampshire-based local music on IPMNation.com and 100.1 The Planet, this is Local Outbreak.
I love it. That is called In Flames. The band is a Silent Season, and we have Silent Season here with us in studio. We're going to talk with these guys, and we've got the guys from Silent Season. Let me get these mics on here. Yeah, that is really good. That is really good. Welcome, guys.
Hey, what's up? How's everyone doing?
Good, good. So what I think we should do, let's, because all five of you are here, let's start in the corner, and I'm going to have you each introduce yourselves, tell us who you are, what you do in the band, and anything else you want us to know, but mainly who you are and what you do in the band. We'll start over here.
I am Jeremy, and I'm the vocalist.
Welcome, Jeremy.
Thank you.
I am Brendan. I play guitar.
Welcome, Brendan. Brendan or Brandon?
Brendan.
Brendan, okay.
I'm Enzo, and I do lead guitar.
Enzo, welcome.
I'm David, and I play drums / business magician.
Oh, business magician. I like that. All right.
thank
Welcome,
you.
David.
Thank you.
And you, sir.
And I'm Joe, and I play the bass.
All right. Welcome, Joe. So, yeah, and I'm glad that you're all here. You know, sometimes not everyone, when you have a 5-piece band, there's usually at least one person who doesn't make it, right? So it's cool that you're all here. Let's start with this because it was just announced. So you're now the co-headliners on Swarmy Fest, right? With Sepsis?
Yeah.
Coming up in November. That's pretty cool.
Yes. Very excited about that. We can't wait to play that show on November 15th. And we've been friends with Sepsis for a while, and it's exciting to finally be able to play with those guys up here and gals in Manchester.
Yeah, at Jewel, November
Yep.
15th. And so how did that come about? How did that was that you're the business magician, right?
Yes.
so are you the one who made that happen, or how did that come about?
It was actually a great question, Matt. It was a collaborative effort between Joe and I. Joe knows the promoter and most of the folks in Sepsis, so we got together. We had a good conversation with Will and their team, and also the promoter, Loud Entertainment, and they said, "Hey, let's do something. We want you guys to play the show. It's been a while, and we're gonna rock it." And it's just history from there. So we're ready to go, and we hope to see everyone at that show. It's going to be great.
The rhythm section makes it happen, right?
That's right.
I'm
Joe?
Absolutely.
I'm a bass player, so I
go.
so I
Nice.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
So you guys have been this band Silent Season has been around since what, 2008? Is that correct?
2008.
Yeah.
Okay. I was commenting off air, how impressive that is to me because there's not, you don't see a ton of longevity in the music business, but I assume the lineup has changed over the years, right? Somewhat, right?
A few times.
Who are the original members? You guys have been here since the beginning,
Yeah.
and then everyone else. So everyone else has changed. So what? So I'm curious. So what is it that? Because a lot of times when there's lineup changes, especially over the course of, so I'm not good at math. What is that? How many years is
It's
that?
almost 18.
A lot of years.
Wow, it's a lot of years. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, what is it that's driven you to keep this thing going? Like, how do you keep, or maybe you've taken breaks along the way with the band. I don't know, but what is it that keeps Silent Season going after all this time?
I think it's the music. I think it's the fans who have supported us over the years.
Yeah.
I think it's the drive. If you have all of those ingredients, I think it just leads to, wanting to continue no matter what happens.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah. yeah. So I'm curious between the two of you, Jeremy and Brendan.
Yes.
I assume, I mean, has there ever been, when you've got to change members, because, I've been in a lot of bands and I know people come and people go. I was in a band a long time ago called My Life Crisis, and I was the only, there were so many changes over the years, but I was the only original member. I was the only one who was in every single lineup of that band. And it was hard, always keeping it going. People, Sepsis has gone through that too. They've had a lot of, geez, Jenny, do you remember that night that you were online and you saw they'd lost Will and Melissa, like everybody left and they had to replace everybody in one fell swoop?
It ended up working out for the best.
It did. It all worked out, but that's one of the challenges,
right? With the bands changing, now you look at modern, these days, everybody's suing everybody else.
Oh yeah.
When you look at old school rockers, right?
Oh,
the
yeah.
guys we all grew up with, and now they're all suing each other.
Oh yeah.
It's
yeah.
so great to see people stay together and play and continue the music and in a positive way, right?
Yeah. But I'm curious, between the two of you, at any point, has there ever been a discussion about, I don't know, do we want to keep doing this? Or have you guys always been on the same page? Or
I think that for the most part, we've been on the same page. There's been, a question of if it is worth doing. And I think we always come back to the same answer that it is, because we just love what we do. And
yeah.
I mean, it's just important to us. It's kind of like our baby at the end of the day,
Right. Plus, you've had some success. You've gotten some radio play. I was, as I was reading about you guys, and it's so you build up a name. It's you don't want to just let all that go, right? Just because, somebody has to go or, so how long, so Enzo, how long have you been in the band?
About 2 years.
2 years. Okay. Are you the new guy? Are you the newest member?
I'm not the newest member. That's actually Joe.
Joe's
our
the
bass
newest.
player.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then and David, how long have you been in the band?
So I actually I started the band with Jeremy back in 2008.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And then Brendan came along shortly thereafter, and then as Jeremy mentioned,
Oh, so you're an original member too?
I
then?
am, yes.
Oh, okay. So
Yep.
the three of you. Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. Okay.
And then, some member lineup changes, like every band typically goes through, as we discussed. But then Enzo and Joe came into the fold, and, it works out. It's clicking really well, and we're very excited about the future of Silent Season.
Yeah. So where does the name come from? The obvious question, because it's a cool name.
So I was listening to a Breaking Benjamin song. I believe it was called Sign of Season.
Okay.
But I said to myself, hey, why don't we say something about Silent Season? Because the time we started the band, there were a lot of venues closing, and there were a lot of negative things happening in the music industry with, just coming off the whole Napster thing and digital downloading. And there was just a mix of like a lot of crazy things happening. So we said, why don't we try to come out with a positive message and, just say, hey, how can we overcome this? And especially in the rock genre, like how can we get everything back to a good spot and try to help influence the scene?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's cool. I like that. I like that it came from a good, a good positive perspective.
Yeah.
And 2008. I'm trying to think of like what was happening. So yeah, I guess I was kind of just right after.
Yeah, not too long.
Right after Napster and everything, and there was such a transition happening. It's almost, in my mind, sometimes it's hard to pinpoint because the music business has gone through so many just in the last 20 years, so many changes, right? It's but and not everyone can adapt to it, and being able to adapt is so important. So how long, so the three of you guys started it together, and then did it come together pretty quickly when you all started working together, or did it take a while to get it off the ground? Or
yeah, so I mean, Dave and I had been in a previous band together before, so we had chemistry as far as knowing what musical interests we had and all that kind of stuff.
That always helps. Yeah.
And then after we had Brendan come in, and then another original member and Brendan's brother, actually.
Oh, no kidding.
At the time.
Oh, wow.
That was our original lineup. And after that, I mean, we were recording, we were playing out. I think one of our first shows was with Taproot, which was pretty cool.
Nice.
At the time. We just were getting into it real fast. I think we had a couple connections and stuff, which made it a little easier, but it wasn't too hard at the time, I don't think.
And Matt, quick backstory there quickly. When we came together, I have to say this on all the interviews, Jeremy and I formulated this band idea at a Wendy's over some fries and Frosty.
No kidding. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's where all the great ideas start.
That's right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Had to get that in.
And then the songs that we're hearing today, now these are these from over a period of time? Because you guys have obviously, you've recorded a lot of music, I assume, over all these years. These aren't all from one album, correct? Or maybe I'm wrong about that.
No, they're kind of spread out.
Spread out, yeah. Now, when was In Flames? Is that one of the more recent ones, or is that?
Yes, In Flames is one of our newest ones that we've been pushing.
Okay, yeah, great track.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Has the process changed over the years as far as writing and recording? And I mean, obviously with different members, I assume it changes somewhat. But what about the overall approach?
I think like you were talking about with the music industry, some things end up changing as far as like technology and what you were able to do when we first started versus what we're able to do now. Because when we first started, we were all just in a basement and we were just writing there and like recording off of this awful computer that we had.
Yeah.
And or just like a tape or something like that.
Yeah.
Really aging us at this point. But but now we have all this technology and you can just like record anything, at the palm of your hands. You have computers that can do professional recordings and stuff like that. So we kind of get ideas, based off of that. We also jam together. It's kind of a mixture of both at this point. But
yeah.
But it's cool because, you have all this stuff at your fingertips. And it just makes it a lot easier.
It's an amazing time to be alive.
Yes.
I always say, too, with the pandemic, which I assume affected you guys because it affected everybody, right? It affected the music industry, certainly. It was a terrible experience collectively, but we got to find these silver linings where we can. And one of the silver linings of it is I think it really, and this comes up all the time on the show, I think it really forced people to kind of think outside the box creatively of, well, how can we continue to make music? And the technology was already there as far as, we already had, so for example, if you're recording and you're sending tracks back and forth, we already had things like Google Drive and Dropbox and everything. Yeah. But I think the pandemic kind of forced some people who may have been a little bit technophobic and a little bit resistant to using that stuff to really embrace that and learn, what's going on in terms of technology and how can I use that, because, if I don't learn this stuff now, I'm kind of screwed. I know I can tell you for myself, just as an aside, I also work as a hypnotherapist.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
And I'd always been really resistant to doing sessions online until that was the only way to do them for a while, so, but yeah, that's one of those few silver linings about the pandemic. I think it kind of forced everyone forward in terms of technology. And, and a lot of people we've had on the show over the years too have talked about how, they'll say, I didn't think I could, I could play, I could write, but I didn't think I could record. I didn't think I could engineer something, but I was forced to learn how to do it. And now I'm really glad I learned how to do it, so knowledge is power. Why don't we play another track? I love all of these songs. They're so good. Usually I leave it to the guest. I would like to be, with your permission, I'd like to be a little bit selfish and play Hopeless.
Okay.
Let's
Awesome.
do it.
Because this song, I love this song, and I like all of them, but this one really connected with me. I'm curious if there's a story behind this one or anything we should know about it before we hear it.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of written at a time where I was feeling really, hopeless. I was not in a good place. I didn't really know like where my life was going. I didn't know where, what was in the future. And we kind of try to put a positive spin on all of our music and, make it so like, telling people they can get out of that. They can conquer, whatever they're feeling or, all the negative stuff.
Yeah.
Music is therapy for me in that sense. Mm-hmm. And that's how I got out of my hopeless kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Is by, writing that with the guys that's basically what it's about.
Well, that's the thing too about, using music and creating art for therapy, because not only do I think it's the best therapy, right? When you take anything that's bothering you or trauma or anything and you create something out of it that is art, that's, I think, the best way to deal with it. But also with music, as an example, it also ends up helping other people too, because then they can relate to it and, okay, I feel this, and that's, and then they connect to the song too. So you help yourself, but you also help other people too. And, you've probably had people tell you over the years that
that's one of the most rewarding things that you can have a fan tell you, is that this song helped me through this time.
Yep.
Because I know that, I went through a bunch of times when I was a kid and I listened to songs and they helped me through those. So.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, let's give this a spin. When was this recorded? Is this one of the newer ones, or?
This is also one of the newer ones.
Oh, cool. I thought so. Okay, excellent. If you are just joining us, we have Silent Season here with us in studio, and let's listen to this. This track is called Hopeless.
Feel the pressure crawling down my spine.
I love that. That is Hopeless. The band is Silent Season, and we've got Silent Season here with us live in studio. Yeah, that's such a great track. I love that chorus. It's very, very strong. Whoops, there we go. Didn't have all those mics on. It's very, this is a great chorus. It's very catchy. Lyrics are very inspiring. It's funny, too, because it kind of fools you, right? Because the song is called Hopeless, but it's actually very hopeful.
Yeah.
So it's a little twist there that's nice. But no, I like that a lot. That came out, last year? Was that what I was reading correct? Right?
Yeah.
So it's been out for a little bit. But yeah, great track.
Thank you.
I also want to mention, too, Sheila from Paper Jam was, she had messaged, I think she had messaged, did she message you that?
She messaged me, yes.
About how you guys are one of her favorite bands, and she was so thrilled to be able to interview you on her birthday for Paper Jam.
Yeah.
So, so congratulations on
Great
that.
folks up there at Paper Jam. We appreciate all their support.
Oh, yeah.
They're awesome.
We
Yeah.
love them.
Yeah.
They always send me the best artists.
Oh, yeah. We get a lot of guests
That's
from
awesome.
them, and
Nice.
you know, every month we always look forward to getting Paper Jam in the mail too. It's so cool that because that's quite an undertaking in the digital age, to say, okay, we're going to put out this magazine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I remember when we had them on the show, I asked Sheila and Tony, I said, when you started Paper Jam, did anyone try to talk you out of it? Did anyone say, do you really want to, in a time when, traditional publications have struggled and have been struggling for, probably 20 years with the rise of digital media. Do you really want to do this? And they said, no one really tried to. Like, everyone was like super supportive, and it worked out.
That's great.
They're having a lot of success with it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, Joe introduced us to Paper Jam. He was very connected to them before, so
cool.
we're forever
Yeah.
thankful for that connection as well.
Yeah.
Just being able to hold something in your hands and look at it.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
The computer screen just doesn't do it.
Right. Yeah. No, it's very, very cool. Very cool. Have you guys been, obviously, we talked about Swarmy Fest coming up in November. Are you guys playing a lot of shows generally, or are you doing a lot of, what's the live situation like?
Yeah, as of late, we've been playing a lot of great shows over the New England base and area. We just opened up for the Word Alive at Brighton Music Hall a couple weeks ago, which
Excellent.
was amazing. We also jammed with Keith Wallen of Breaking Benjamin at the Palladium in Worcester.
Okay.
That was an amazing show. And Lakeview, shout out to those guys. They added us to a couple of their shows. And we have more planned coming up. We'll be announcing some of the other shows. We're not going to fall off. We're going to keep going hard.
Yeah.
And we appreciate everyone coming to these shows and giving us the support. And we like to call the fans our friends.
Mm-hmm.
We look at them as our friends. And they're helping us. They're getting the word out there. Paper Jam and everyone across. So let's keep it going and let's keep the train moving.
When you play live, do you play songs that span the entire history of the band, or how does that work? Because like we talked about, you guys have been around a while. You've got a lot of music, right?
Yeah, we try to get the ones that the singles. Like Chance was a single from Breaking Me Down. Almost as Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah.
And then with the couple from the War Within, and definitely the newest ones, we definitely try to fit in there as well.
Yeah. How many albums do you have as a band, or albums and EPs? Or
We have one full album, we have one EP, and then we have a bunch of singles.
Okay.
And you were saying earlier, Matt, about the time of COVID. We really sort of changed our stance. You know, with a lot of bands, like we saw bands like Spirit Box and releasing singles. You know, it became a little bit more like get the content out quicker, and keep the base engaged. So we decided to do more singles. But we're that's not going to stop us. I should say we're thinking about EPs and get a collection of our art out there. So I guess it just really depends on the mood and what's going on out there, because we want to be able to deliver what the friends and want from Silent Season.
Well, that's another thing that's changed too. Is there's so many different ways to release music now. When I was growing up, it was you've got an album and then you've got a series of singles. If you're lucky, you have a series of singles, or maybe you only have one. It depends. But now it's like a lot of artists do the inverse of that. They release a series of singles that eventually coalesce into an album, or maybe they put out. I forget who it was. Recently, we had on the show. There was somebody who. Oh, it was Jesse Rutstein. He's got an EP, but that EP is going to become part of a larger album. It's so there's so many different ways to do it now, but I think the key, as you alluded to, David, is because you got to feed that algorithm, right? You somehow, even if you're only doing albums, because some artists are stubborn and they will only do albums, but then it's like when you do an album and you release that album, so you've got that one shot to make a big splash, which is very difficult in the digital age that we live in. So so you got to figure out ways to stay engaged with your audience. Right. So they don't forget about you,
Right. Yeah, social media engagement, content. We're being in a band today. It's like we're creating art, but we're also becoming influencers in a way.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's kind of how I think of it. Everyone's an influencer now, and some people don't like that term, but I mean, it
just
makes
the world
sense.
we live in.
Yeah. Everyone's an influencer. Everyone's a brand. You got to kind of embrace that. It's if you want to have a long. Like I said, a lot of bands don't have the kind of longevity you guys have, but if you want to have that longevity, you gotta embrace everything that you got to do to, to stay in front of your fans and continue to grow that fan base. And so you guys are, you have the right attitude. You're clearly on a good path. So that's great. I noticed too, you've had some airplay on, is it Octane on Sirius?
Sirius XM. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool too.
Yeah. Shout out to those guys. We appreciate their support. And, but we've done we've done a lot of campaigns, like you were saying earlier, with radio. Again, I draw back to COVID. I mean, trying to be creative during a time where we couldn't play out a lot.
Yep.
And we released some music, but it was trying to stay fresh out there. How can we stay fresh? And that was really radio is a strong medium, as a way to get our music out there along with social media. So it really worked out well for us in that regards.
Yeah. 100%. Why don't we play another track? What do you guys now? This time, I will not be selfish. You guys can pick. What should we play next?
And so, Joe, you want to pick one?
Oh yeah.
Let's do Enzo and Joe will pick one.
Okay.
What did we say?
There's Wounds and Stars. I think. We went through Stars before. Wounds and Chance.
I don't have Stars in front of me for some reason.
Okay.
Although I thought you did send that though, but oh no, I do see it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Wounds and Chance. I think those are still.
But I do have Stars also. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't see it at first.
We'll go Wounds.
You want to go with Wounds? Okay.
Yeah. We'll keep it going that way.
All right. Cool. Anything we should know about this before we play it? Is there a story or?
Oh, look at Jeremy.
Yeah. No. I mean, I feel like a lot of stuff around this time was just generally about anxiety and how to get over it. Also keeping that positive vibe, with not just being like, oh, poor me or whatever, but like, hey, like we get over this, whatever.
Yeah.
So it was kind of along the same lines.
Okay. All right. I like it. All right. Let's give this a spin. This is Wounds, and the band is Silent Season.
Shadows hide for what they burn to life. Nothing's worth the time it took to heal these wounds. I'm looking past the blinds. No one's worth the time it took to heal these wounds. When will I heal these wounds? You can't get out of your
That is called Wounds. The band is a Silent Season, and we have Silent Season here with us live in studio. Another great track. Jeremy, is it hard to sing like that when you got to switch back and forth between the? I mean, does that ever bother your throat?
It's very hard.
Yeah.
It's funny because I've been really trying to hone in on both of those aspects lately. Trying to coach myself in vocals, but also like not just vocal singing, but then also like learning the screams and stuff like that, and trying to get more knowledge about how to do it correctly. Because I feel like for a long time I was just kind of just doing whatever I wanted to and not like actually like looking into it and like how you should.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's tricky sometimes. Like not as of recently because I've been kind of doing a little bit more research into it, but sometimes it was just so hard to like scream and then go back to singing and scream and go back to singing. But
Right.
yeah, no, it's a constant uphill battle, but I think that it's getting better.
Yeah, I've always kind of marveled at singers who can do that and seamlessly go back and forth like that. Yeah. Do you do anything special for your vocal cords? Like for some people use lemons, or hot tea.
I have two different devices that I've been using as of recently. One's kind of looks like a whistle. I can't specifically remember what these things are called, except for one's called Dr. Vox. And it's like kind of like a water bottle that's like half filled, and then you like sing into it, and it kind of like warms up your vocal cords.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like those things are good for when you're about to do like a recording session or something like that, but maybe not necessarily for when you're about to go live on a set or whatever.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Oh, I saw a chat room message too. I want to make sure I read this. Renee Carlisle Abbott says, "Hi, Daddy. Love Devin and Riley and Julian." So there you go.
Yep, those are my kids.
Yeah.
And my beautiful family and my wife.
Oh, very nice.
I love you guys too. Thank
That's
you very
cool.
much.
Now, having a supportive family is definitely. Do they come see you live?
What's that?
Yeah,
my oldest son has and my wife has. My
Oh.
two little ones, not yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
I don't know if they can handle it.
Yeah, the volume of it. Yeah, absolutely. So if you are just joining us, we do have Silent Season here with us live in studio. And what's the in terms of what does the future hold in terms of new music? Like, are you guys always working on new music, or obviously you've got you're playing shows and you got Swarmy Fest coming up, which is a big deal. But are you guys also actively working on new stuff, or?
Yeah, the summer has been packed with shows. So I mean, between work life and then playing shows, we've done a lot of that.
Yeah.
I think that now that things have kind of died down for a minute, we're going to be focusing on putting out new music or writing new music.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things that are kind of in the vault right now.
Yeah.
So it should be easy to work with, though.
Yeah. Good. As far as the live shows go, is there anybody in the area? Are there any bands that you've kind of, it happens organically. Are there any bands you've kind of teamed up with? I mean, Sepsis obviously for Swarmy Fest, but are there bands that you play a lot of shows with?
We've been involved in the local scene for a while, and a lot of bands have come and gone. But as of recently, we've been playing shows with bands like Red Crown, Chasing the Devil. We know those guys really well. We played a few shows with Major Moment. They're doing their thing.
Oh yeah.
and there's just so many of them. But those have been like really I mentioned those because I know a lot of the bands, the two I mentioned at the beginning, are from New Hampshire. So I mean, keep an eye out. We may end up doing more with those bands. But we also have been really focused a lot on national shows as of late too, as a strategy.
Good.
To get back. We were doing that, and we toured in the past, and we were writing, and then we kind of started playing some local shows again. But everything we do, we try to do with strategy in mind. You know. As the business grows and we evolve as a band.
Yeah. Who are some of them? I'm curious about national acts that you guys have played with.
Yeah. So over the years, we've played with bands like Black Veil Brides at the Palladium,
Nice.
Falling in Reverse. We played with
wow.
them when Radkey was getting out of his thing and getting back on the road. We've also played with
Seven Dust.
Yeah, we toured with Seven
nice.
Dust.
I love Seven
in
Dust.
10 years, and Gemini Syndrome, a few bands to mention. 12 Foot Ninja, I got to throw those guys out too. From Australia, amazing band. But yeah, just a slew of nationals over the years, and we want to keep that ball rolling.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
And you said you'd gone out on tour.
Yep. We did a couple weeks with Seven Dust. And Gemini Syndrome was on that. And then we did another tour with 10 Years and 12 Foot Ninja.
Okay.
And other offers came in. It's hard because it's all, it's a business. It's a big investment.
Yep.
And, but we're very thankful for those tours. And Seven Dust was just amazing. They were very welcoming. They treated us as family.
Yep.
And we'll forever be grateful for that. And we always keep in touch with those guys. So, I just wanted to share.
Yeah, I met them when they played at Meadowbrook. Boy, how long ago was that? That was quite a while ago too. Jeez, I might have been around 2008. But really nice guys.
Yeah, they're great. They're great, and they're still doing it after all these years.
Yep,
they're road warriors, and they're phenomenal musicians and great, amazing music.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anybody you guys have wanted to like? Do you have like a dream band that you'd love to open for or get to tour with?
I definitely have one.
Yeah.
And we've tried a few times to try to open for them, but I'm a huge fan of the band He Is Legend.
Okay.
And they've come by the Taffeta about a year ago.
Oh,
and
really?
Then, and they're coming by in September, actually pretty soon. We tried to get on that show. It seems like they were full for that.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I'm going to be there anyways in the crowd because they're one of my favorite bands.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That would definitely be mine.
Oh, very cool.
And quick story on that. I'm a guy full of stories. I'll make this quick.
No, that's good.
So before Enzo, when Enzo joined, we had played a show right before COVID with He Is Legend, While She Sleeps in Somerville, and when Enzo was playing with us shortly after he joined, he said, "Hey, you guys played with He Is Legend at Once Ballroom in Somerville." We're like, "Yeah, we did." I was there. I'm like,
"Oh wow!"
We're like, "Wow, that's crazy." Small world kind of vibe, and we didn't know him at the time. And few years fast forward, he then joined the band, and I think it was meant to be at that He Is Legend show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's very.
Now
cool.
we just gotta come full circle, and like Enzo said, we gotta play a show with He Is Legend. So He Is Legend, if you're listening, let's do this.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's hit another studio track. So we got a couple we haven't played, right? We haven't played Chance or Stars. We'll play one now, and then we'll play one for the end of the segment. How's that? So I'll let you guys pick.
Sounds good.
Which one you want to go with next?
Brendan, Joe, Jeremy.
Let's do Stars.
You do Stars?
Sure.
Is this what's the newest one, by the way? Is it Stars?
No, the newest ones are In Flames and Hopeless.
Okay, those are the two that
Yeah.
okay. All right, cool. Let's give this a spin. If you're just joining us, we've got Silent Season here with us live in studio, and we're going to play another track. This is called Stars.
I could just look in your eyes and fall for you 1,000 times. Just give me one more sign. I need to know you're mine. You're the one that I see in my dreams at night.
didn't even want to talk over the feed. It sounds so cool. As a radio guy, I'm supposed to talk over the fade out, rather not feed, the fade out. But I just love that so much. I just wanted to let that ring out. That's so cool. That's an epic song. Great job, guys. I love that.
Thank you.
I love that. That is Stars. The band is Silent Season. And hey, thank you all for joining us today. This has been great. Really love talking to you guys. I want to make sure. So a couple things. I want to make sure, remind everybody about Swarmy Fest, November 15th. You guys are co-headlining with Sepsis. Very, very cool. Right across the street at
That's
Jewel.
right. Yep.
Right here in Manchester. So I'm excited to see you guys live. That's going to be great. Matt Connerton Unleashed is one of the sponsors on the show, so we're really looking forward to that. And then let's see. Where should people go? Where's the best place for people to go online to keep up with everything that you guys are doing?
Yeah, we have a website, silentseasonmusic.com. It lists out all our socials on there. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X. Where we just as of recently started TikTok, not dances, really more show announcements and some cool live footage. But so we're engaging there as well. And we're in a few different places. But if you go to our website, you'll really be able to find all our content. And Enzo is also helping running our website. He set up a mailing list, so sign up for our mailing list and find out the latest and greatest updates about Silent Season.
Excellent. And then when's your next show? Is Swarmy Fest the next one, or do you have something before then? Where's the next place?
It's the next one right now, but
Okay.
there, even though we said we're going to be working on some things with music, we're going to sort of multitask. There's a couple shows we're working on in Providence and
good.
Also maybe New Jersey. That's all I can say for now.
Okay.
But as soon as more details come out, we'll be sure to let the show here know, and we can let everyone find out what's going on if they want to travel to come see us.
Yep.
But we're going to try to also do some more shows, obviously, around the area so we don't lose the burn. And, just keep active, multitasking, writing, shows, all that good stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. People who
Yes.
people who haven't done it don't know. There's a lot that goes into it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And shout out again to Paper Jam, right? That's so cool. You know,
Paper Jam.
I know Sheila's probably listening right now. So
Yeah.
if you are just joining us and you don't know, she had messaged Jenny earlier and said how much she loved, because you guys are like one of her favorite bands. She loved interviewing you on her birthday. So
Yeah.
so
we got a special edition coming out with them September, October
Yeah, very
edition.
soon.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, I think so. We will end the only one we didn't play yet is Chance, correct?
Yes.
I believe so, yeah.
So we'll end the segment with this. And we will close the segment with this. This is Chance, and the band is Silent Season. And guys, thank you again so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you for
Matt.
having
Again.
us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
You got it.
I can feel the storm awaiting at my door. It's time to let go of giving. 'Cause every choice I made is the same mistake. I know it's all for something. Every chance I get leads away. I keep moving on. Tomorrow's a new day. Don't let it slip away. 'Cause dreams aren't made for nothing. Just think